of the war between Israel and Hamas, the images and stories coming out of the Middle East have been so hard for so many. But for Holocaust survivors, the pictures and video are unbearable.
CBS News Miami has helped tell David Schaecter's story for more than a decade. So when Hamas attacked Israel, we wanted to get his feelings on what happened and what we can learn. Here's part of his emotional interview with CBS News Miami's Larry Seward.
Where the goddamn hell is God and humanity? Tell me. I'm asking that question. What happened to the world? We watch this television set like I don't know how many people really give a good damn.
Does it feel
Listen to me. I saw my mom being beaten and pushed with the 900 people downhill. And at the bottom of that hill, there were two big mega holes in the ground. The Nazis had dogs biting them to run downhill. And as they were running, they were mowing them down with guns, and they were falling. And we saw them falling into these holes. I promise you, I didn't need to be remembered of that. I've lived it. I've seen it.
And it doesn't seem that the world has learned. Does it seem like that people have forgotten the lessons?
It's more than that. It seems that the people don't care. In spite of everything, they don't care. Humanity doesn't mean anything anymore.
What does it mean to you?
What does it mean to me? I just told you.
To see all of the people at the rally supporting Israel, to mobilize care. What does that mean to you? Like today at the memorial here.
What does that mean? Ask them if they... I lived it. I lived it, for God's sakes. They didn't. They didn't.
If you had everybody's ear right now, and you could make them understand one thing, what is it that you want them to understand?
Do you know what a rude awakening is? Do you know what that is? They don't know it. They don't know it. So what do you want me to tell them? I'm going to shock you. I survived, and I deemed it that maybe it was sort of like maybe it was destined for me to survive. I sure as hell didn't believe in the guy upstairs. I used to cry and beg Jacobo to try to explain to me. And Jacobo used to say to me, David, maybe God is taking a nap. Maybe he hasn't heard us yet. Maybe. All kinds of maybes.
What about now?
What about now? Let me tell you, the only person I've told it to is my wife. I had a nightmare last night that I was here at this memorial with the rabbi. Rabbi Schiff, who's a Miami Beach rabbi, who was my friend, and he helped me to become a human again. And I dreamt that he and I were standing here speaking to God, speaking to God. And the both of us were crying. And I said to him, Rabbi, he says, what is hurting you, David? I said, it's hurting me because God is not listening. And he says to me, maybe he'll hear us this time. And I said, Rabbi, how many memorials do we need to build, for God's sakes? That's me. I wish I wouldn't have any more nightmares. I wish I didn't hear about all the children that are being slaughtered.
Larry Seward joins us now. Larry, you're a veteran journalist. You've been doing this for a very, very long time, but yes. How is this story different for you?
This is a man who grabbed my hand at the end of the interview, and he held it as tightly as he could. And he told me, tried to explain how much this hurt, because he wanted everybody and wants everyone to see things from his perspective, given what he's gone through in his life, the pain, the suffering that he's seen, to now, decades later, to see similar acts of atrocity. It's hard for him to imagine that this can still happen. And he said to me, he said, how can people do this? And then he paused and he said, you don't understand. They don't understand. When will there be a wake-up call? It touched me because he talked about how much he's in pain. I asked, is there ever a moment of comfort? And he said a nightmare. I've never had anyone tell me that they found comfort in a nightmare, but in his nightmare, he talked about how he had a rabbi that was there with him, and they were talking to God and asking when things would change, and that there was hope. He found hope in a nightmare, which is striking. I've never heard anyone say that, but for David, that is his reality.
That's powerful, and I can see how it impacted you. I can hear it in your voice and see it in your demeanor. What was your most impactful takeaway from your conversation? Don't
forget and to read history, and history is not worthless. It's something that we need to understand, because as we move forward in life, if we forget the lessons of tomorrow, we're bound to repeat them. I mean, that's cliche, but when you talk to him, it's inescapable, and it's inescapable in a very, very emotional way.
I'm sure it'll be a long while before people forget what Mr. Schaecter has to say and what he had to share with you. Larry, thank you so much for sharing that with us.